Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Charles, your channel for exploring the hidden treasures in coins, their history, and their value in today's market. In this video, we are diving deep into the story of the 1977 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson Nickel. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, you'll love this journey through history, design, condition, and of course, value. The 1977 Jefferson Nickel is part of a long-running series that began in 1938, replacing the earlier Buffalo nickel. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a competition to honor America's third president, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse of the coin proudly features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, with the word Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, with inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and asterisk, United States of America in 1977. These nickels were struck at two main U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof coins with the S mint mark for collectors. Let's look at how many were made in 1977. Philadelphia Mint, 585 million coins. Denver Mint, 297 million coins. San Francisco Mint, proofs 3.25 million coins. That's a huge production year, which means the coin is not considered rare in circulated condition. But as we'll see later, condition makes all the difference. The 1977 Jefferson Nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable copper-nickel alloy that gives the coin its distinctive silver-gray color. It weighs 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and features a smooth edge. This same composition has been used since 1866, except during World War II, when nickels were made with silver to save nickel for the war effort. Now, when it comes to value, condition is king. Most 1977 nickels are worth only face value if they're worn and circulated. However, coins that have been preserved in high grades can command much higher prices. Grading scales run from poor, P1, all the way to mint state, MS, 70. Here's what collectors look for. Circulated coins ***, grades G, 4 to VF, 30. These show heavy wear, flattened details on Jefferson's face, and weak steps on Monticello. About uncirculated, -50 Australian dollars to -58 Australian dollars ***, slight traces of wear on the high points, but still a sharp coin. Mint state, MS. 60 and above ***, no circulation wear, though bag marks and weak strikes can appear. Full steps designation, FS ***, this is where value skyrockets. If Monticello's steps on the reverse are fully struck and clearly visible, collectors pay premium prices. So what's it worth? Let's break it down. Circulated condition, most common ***, still worth 5 cents, its face value. Uncirculated MS, 60 to MS, 63 ***, worth between 25 cents and $1. High grade MS, 65 * around $5 to $10. Gem condition MS, 66 * can reach $20 to $50. Superb gems, 67 *, these are very rare, sometimes worth hundreds of dollars at auction. Proof coins, San Francisco, S mint mark ***, usually $2 to $5, but perfect PR. 70 deep cameo examples can sell for $50 or more. Full steps nickels *. The rarest category. A 1977 D or 1977 P nickel with full steps can fetch anywhere from $100 up to $1,000 plus, depending on the grade. Let me give you an example of just how valuable these coins can be. In 2016, a 1977 D Jefferson Nickel graded MS 66 with full steps sold for over $2,500 at auction. Another 1977 S-proof Jefferson Nickel, graded PR 70 deep cameo, sold for more than $1,000. So, even though millions were made, the key is in the details and condition. To sum it up, the 1977 Jefferson Nickel is usually just a common coin worth face value. But if you happen to find one in pristine uncirculated condition, or especially with the full steps designation, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So next time you're looking through your pocket change or coin collection, check those 1977 nickels carefully. You never know what hidden treasure you might have. We're going on a deep journey into the United States 5-cent coin from 1977, better known as the Jefferson Nickel. We'll uncover its long history, its design, its role in American life, and of course, its value today. Let's dive right in. To understand the 1977 Jefferson Nickel, we need to step back nearly 2 centuries, to the life of Thomas Jefferson, the man featured on the coin. Jefferson was America's third president, the author of the Declaration of Independence, and a visionary who doubled the size of the United States with the Louisiana Purchase. His legacy of democracy, architecture, and science made him an ideal figure to honor on American coinage. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, when it replaced the famous Buffalo nickel. The U.S. Mint held a public design competition, and the winning entry came from sculptor Felix Schlag. His design placed a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, and on the reverse, Jefferson's home, Monticello, located in Virginia. This choice was symbolic, not only celebrating Jefferson's presidency, but also his contributions as an architect and a man of culture. The first Jefferson Nickels entered circulation in 1938, and they have been struck continuously ever since, making it one of America's longest-running coin designs. Over the decades, this coin has passed through millions of hands, buying candy, newspapers, sodas, and bus fares. It is a coin deeply tied to the everyday life of Americans. During World War II, from 1942 to 1945, the nickel's composition changed dramatically. To conserve nickel metal for the war effort, the mint used an alloy of silver, manganese, and copper. These war nickels had a large mint mark above Monticello to distinguish them. After the war, the mint returned to the traditional copper-nickel blend that we still see today. By the time the 1977 Jefferson Nickel was struck, the design had already been in circulation for nearly 4 decades. 1977 was a fascinating time in American history. The nation was celebrating its bicentennial legacy, with patriotism still high after the 1976 bicentennial coinage. Jimmy Carter had just been elected President of the United States, and the economy was facing challenges of inflation and unemployment. Despite these turbulent times, the Jefferson Nickel remained stable, a small, everyday coin that most Americans took for granted, but one that carried Jefferson's ideals into every pocket. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced hundreds of millions of nickels in 1977, ensuring that nearly every American household had one. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint struck proof versions of the coin for collectors, continuing a tradition of catering to numismatists who valued flawless, mirror-like coins. Interestingly, while the coin's design remained unchanged in 1977, discussions had already begun within the U.S. Mint about modernizing America's coinage. But for the public, the Jefferson Nickel was a familiar face, steady, trustworthy, and unchanged, just as it had been since the days of the Great Depression. This long history is what makes the 1977 nickel special. It isn't just a piece of metal. It is a direct link to Jefferson's vision, to American wartime resilience, and to the everyday transactions of millions of citizens in the late 20th century. The obverse of the coin shows Jefferson's portrait facing left, with "In God We Trust" to the left and "Liberty" and the date 1977 to the right. On the reverse, Schlag's rendering of Monticello is centered, with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. The coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and has a smooth edge. These specifications have stood the test of time for over 150 years of U.S. nickels, with only brief exceptions. When it comes to coin collecting, condition makes all the difference. Most 1977 nickels circulated heavily and show wear. Jefferson's cheekbones and Monticello's steps often appear flat. But coins that survive in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth much more than face value. Collectors also look for the rare, full steps designation, where Monticello's steps on the reverse are fully visible. This requires a strong strike from the mint and is uncommon, making full steps nickels especially valuable. Superb Gem MS 67 ** rare, worth hundreds of dollars. Proof coins from San Francisco ** about $2 to $5, but in PR 70 deep cameo, they can reach $50 or more full steps varieties * the jackpot. These can fetch anywhere from $100 to over $1,000, depending on grade and rarity. 1 example, a 1977 D nickel graded MS 66 with full steps sold for over $2, $500 at auction. Another, a flawless 1977 S proof nickel, brought more than $1,000. These prices show how a coin most people overlook can become a collector's prize when preserved perfectly. In conclusion, the 1977 Jefferson Nickel is a coin rich in history and symbolism. Born from Jefferson's legacy, carried through decades of American life, and still admired by collectors today, it shows us that even ordinary coins can tell extraordinary stories. The next time you come across a 1977 nickel, don't just see it as spare change. think of the history it carries and the potential value it might hold. We're uncovering the full story behind the 1977 Jefferson Nickel, its history, design, and of course, how its condition can make the difference between a coin worth only face value and one worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Let's begin. When it comes to coin collecting, one truth stands above all: condition is everything. A 1977 nickel that has been through decades of circulation will usually be worth just its face value of 5 cents. But a coin that has been carefully preserved, or one that left the mint in a nearly flawless state, can sell for serious money. Coin collectors use a grading scale created by the American Numismatic Association, running from poor, P1, to the nearly perfect mint state, MS-70. Each step up on the scale increases a coin's desirability and value. Let's walk through how this scale applies to the 1977 nickel. In the lowest grades, a 1977 nickel will appear extremely worn. Jefferson's hair, cheekbone, and jawline may be completely flat. The date, 1977, may be faint, and Monticello on the reverse will appear smooth, with most architectural details gone and grades like good, G4, or very good, VG8. The coin is still identifiable, but only the basic outlines remain. These coins, though still spendable, have no extra collector value beyond 5 cents. In fine, F12 condition, you'll start to see more detail in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's structure. By very fine, VF20 to VF30, Jefferson's facial features are clear, though still worn, and Monticello's columns begin to show some separation. Even in these better circulated grades, the coin is typically worth only face value, because so many millions of 1977 nickels were minted. However, collectors sometimes keep these coins if they are part of a complete date and mint set. In about uncirculated condition, the coin looks nearly brand new at first glance, but under close inspection, you'll notice tiny traces of wear on Jefferson's cheekbone, jawline, and the steps of Monticello. These coins are more attractive to collectors, often valued slightly higher, maybe 10 to 25 cents, but they're still common. This is where things get exciting. Coins graded mint state show no signs of circulation wear. Instead, they are judged by strike sharpness, luster, and the number of contact marks from mint handling. In 1977, the San Francisco Mint produced proof nickels for collectors, marked with an S. These coins were struck with specially polished dies, giving them mirror-like fields and frosted details. Most 1977 S-proof nickels are worth between $2 and $5 today, but the highest-graded Proof 70 Deep Cameo examples can sell for $50 to $100 or more. Proof coins are not usually found in circulation, so if you see one in your change, you've struck gold, or in this case, nickel. Now here's the real jackpot for collectors, the full steps designation. This refers to the staircase leading up to Monticello on the reverse. If the coin was struck strongly enough that all 5 or 6 steps are visible and unbroken, it qualifies as full steps, often abbreviated FS. Why is this important? Because most nickels from 1977 were not struck sharply enough to show all the steps. Finding one in high mint state with full steps is incredibly rare, and that's where the real money lies. A 1977 P or 1977 D nickel with full steps in MS 65 or higher can fetch hundreds of dollars. The rarest examples in MS 66 or MS 67 with full steps can bring in over $1,000 at major auctions. If you want to check the condition of your own 1977 nickel, here are some quick steps. 1. Look at Jefferson's cheek and jawline. Heavy wear here means it's circulated. 2. Check Monticello's dome and steps. The sharper the details, the higher the grade. 3. Examine the fields, the flat areas, scratches, nicks, and dullness lower the grade. 4. Check for mint marks. No mark means Philadelphia, D means Denver, and S means a proof from San Francisco. 5. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. This is essential for spotting full steps. To sum it up, most 1977 nickels in circulation are worth just 5 cents. But if you find one in mint state, you could be looking at a few dollars. And if you discover a pristine full steps nickel, you might just be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This is why condition matters so much in coin collecting. The difference between a worn nickel and a flawless one could be the difference between pocket change and a serious payday. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 1977 Jefferson Nickel. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Old Charles for more hidden stories behind coins. And remember, always check your change. You never know when a small coin might lead to big treasure.